Welcome back to Healthwise with Reggie Tatum and Dr. Steve Reese. And we were talking about pain management of the spine and the back. Doc, we were talking also about, I see you have a model of the neck.
This is the neck. Now the first thing that I want you to do is orient yourself. This is the back of the skull right here. Okay? So what I want you to do, Reg, and I don't know if you're going to be able to do this, I want you to tell me which sex this is.
No, I can't do that. Why?
Well, it's a man. There's no brain. Okay.
Okay, I walked into that.
Which is actually, it's actually very free.
Now you ladies see, you'll like that.
Hey, it's free, and when I realized, okay, good, I don't have to use this thing anymore. That's kind of cool. Actually, I have 2 boys, and I'm not actually teaching them how to look at a situation, weigh the pros and cons, and make an informed decision. Because once they're married, they're not allowed to, you know. So. Anyway, the neck also, the back and the neck are both part of the spine. They serve a little different functions though. The back, because it's down there, you can see these vertebrae are very big and very wide and very heavy because they do a lot of the load bearing, okay? But if you look at the ones in the neck, they don't have that same. They're much smaller, but they're shaped differently because what we do with our neck is we twist, we look around, okay? And we have to move around a lot. Well, because of that, that also has to do with some of the specific things that happen in the neck. And the other thing is because of the proximity right here to the back of the skull, a lot of the muscles that go into your neck, and out here, if we kept going out, is where your shoulder blades are. And really, you have to kind of look at all of that as one segment because all these muscles come up. They attach in this area, they attach here. And so what happens from that a lot of times is people get headaches. Now, especially one of the things, it's funny how as societal changes what happens. You know, in the last 20 years, people are getting a lot more neck pain. They're getting a lot of the tension up here. They're getting these headaches from the back of their skull because they spend a lot of their day sitting and going like this all the time on a computer, okay? And, you know, what that brings up is another thing that we can do, especially in the neck, to prevent a lot of these. And this is posture, okay? You know, if we would do what our grandma told us to do, right?
Sit up straight.
Sit up straight, put your chest out, right? Yeah. Put your chest out, bring your chin back. If we would do this, when we do this, the way God made the spine, okay, is when we're in good, and we call that good anatomic position. That's one of those big fancy doctor words I had to learn when I went to med school, okay? But that's called good anatomic position. And what happens is when that happens, the muscles back here don't have to do a thing. They are quiet. The way the bones are structured, they're taken, and the ligaments are taking all the force. And so our muscles don't have to do anything. But this is the example I use. If you held your arm up like this for 15 minutes, what's this going to start to feel like?
Hey, you're going to start getting that
it's going to start burning. It's going to start burning. If you do this for an hour,
same thing.
Okay? Now, if you're in good anatomic position and you're like this, everything's good. What happens as soon as you do this? What is gravity doing to your head? It's pulling it down. And the only thing that stops that is all of these muscles back here. And it's the same thing. They're having to stay up and fight against gravity all the time. So posture. I will have people come into me and I'll look at them, I'll do stuff, I'll say, here, do these postural exercises. And it's like they think I'm ripping them off because I'm not doing a lot of other stuff. I said, just do this.
And you'll see.
And they come back and they're just amazed at how much better it can be. So again, these are preventative things that people can do, okay? You know, I mean, the amount of, and my own kids, I see them slouching all the time. You know, I mean, they're sitting there like this, and they're up like this, studying like this. It's like, come on now. You don't understand. You know, especially kids, they don't understand. They're going to be 53 pretty quick. You know, it's like you close your eyes, you wake up, and that's where you're at. You know? And so these are the type of things that we can do that we can fight against these things happening. Or we cannot do them, and they're going to happen anyway. Okay? Now, other things that just purely from the neck standpoint that people worry about a lot of times too, and I see people coming in for, is when they get into like fender benders in a car, okay? everybody do me a favor, wear your seatbelt.
So you don't get whiplash and
well, you may get whiplash, but you're going to be able to come see me because you're not going to be dead. If you ever read, a lot of times, you'll read and they'll say, okay, there was a car wreck, 4 people walked away, but the one without the seatbelt was dead.
Right.
Okay? I'd rather have you be able to come in and see me, and we work on how to make you better, than not to be able to come in and see me at all. Okay?
Well, Doc, I see we're running out of time, and unfortunately, but
we haven't even gotten to what I do yet, man.
We will have you back on. It's Dr. Steve Reese, pain management.
Spinal pain.
Spinal pain. In
Opelousas, we're located over by the old Doctors Hospital, Opelousas South Campus.
Okay.
It's going to take me a while to get used to saying that one.
All right. Good enough. Thanks for joining us on Healthwise, and I promise we'll have Dr. Reese back because he's got a lot to say.
Healthwise is brought to you in part by Opelousas General Health System.